Please welcome Metropolitan State University President and 2021 International Women's Day honoree, Dr. Janine Davidson.
Oh, wow. It's huge. This thing really is big. WorldDenver hosts one of the largest International Women's Day events in the country to honor women leading in their fields in Denver around the world, and this is it. It's so much better than last year, right? This year, I am so pleased to present WorldDenver's 2022 Individual Award to Marti Awad. Marti is a local and international role model, mentor, advocate, and supporter of women. She is a co-founding partner of Cardon Capital, which recently joined forces with Wealth Enhancement Group, one of the top registered investment advisory firms in the country. Marti practiced law, actually, in New York City for 6 years before becoming a wealth advisor a few years back. She has served in leadership roles on numerous nonprofit boards and committees, including Denver Health Foundation, University Prep Charter School, the Rose Community Foundation, and serves as chair of Colorado's 529 Plan Advisory Board. Now here's the part where I get to brag. Metropolitan State University of Denver has been a recipient of Marti's endless work and passion for education and women's issues, and there's a bunch of Roadrunners in the house today here to support her, yeah? She's been a board member of our foundation since 2015 and currently serves as treasurer. She's a member of the executive committee, and she is chair of the audit and finance and investment committees. Marti has overseen the selection and transitions of our investment advisor CPA firm and has an essential advising the foundation in finance and business. More importantly, Marti is a huge promoter and supporter of our university. Marti financially supports many programs and scholarships and generously gives her time to our faculty, staff, board members, and most importantly, our amazing students. Marti actively mentors female students majoring in finance and business. Marti has been honored by the Denver Business Journal as a recipient of their Outstanding Women in Business Award and as the Girl Scouts Women of Distinction Award. Now, it is my honor to present WorldDenver's 2022 Individual Honoree Award, the amazing friend, colleague, and overall badass, Marti Awad.
Okay, wow, that was a lot. I don't normally like to be the center of attention, but this is actually kind of nice, so thank you so much. And thanks to Janine. Janine, you are such an inspirational leader, and I am so incredibly blessed to work with you and all the other amazing people at MSU Denver, the board and staff. I think I heard you somewhere over here. Little anecdote about Dr. Davidson. I was on the selection committee when she was hired, and among her references were former Secretary of Defense and CIA Director Robert Gates and General David Petraeus. Now, I did not call them, other people did, but one of them said, I don't know which one, that she was arguably the smartest person they'd ever worked with. Wow, right? You knew that, right? No? Yeah, she's legendary. So I really am thrilled to be here today with all of you amazing women and a few exceptional men, including, I have to point out, Jeff Decco, who flew in for this. He's the CEO of Wealth Enhancement Group, the firm we merged with last year. So he's one of those exceptional men. So thank you, Jeff. And I'm really grateful to receive this award, although I can tell you without any false modesty that there are many other women I would have selected to stand up here in my place today. My true superpower is convincing other incredible people to work with me on the things, yeah, it's true, the things that I feel passionate about, and they make me look good. And I am passionate about WorldDenver and its efforts to promote greater knowledge of world affairs and cultures. My beautiful mother, Ursula, who's here, was born in Germany toward the end of World War II, ultimately immigrating to Canada as a teenager and then to the United States as a young adult. My 92-year-old father, my favorite nonagenarian, couldn't come today, but he is also was born overseas in Shanghai, China, to an American father, a first-generation American father of Lebanese descent, and a Portuguese and Chinese mother. As a child, my sister and I heard stories about my grandfather, a Burgermeister in Germany, giving papers to Jews that were trying to leave. Of my grandmother, whom I'm named after, fleeing what is now Poland with my mom and her brother to escape the Russians, and ultimately immigrating to the city of Kiel on the Baltic. My father has been less willing to share his stories, but we knew that he and his brother and father were placed in a Japanese internment camp in Shanghai after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, that his mother, a Portuguese citizen, was arrested for throwing food to them over the camp fence, and that he was forced to leave his father behind 2 years later when he and my uncle sailed to America as part of the last prisoner of war exchange in 1943. So, from an early age, I had a lens on the world and an appreciation for how important it is to promote peace and understanding among people and nations. Today, as the forces of globalization continue to shrink our world at the same time that voices would tear us apart, it is increasingly important to promote discourse, education, and appreciation for our differences. And this is why I am a member of WorldDenver, and why we must all do our part to make the world a better place, as so many inspiring women are doing in Denver today. So, while I am up here and I have the opportunity, I'd like to share just a glimpse of the work a few of these women, and there are many more, a few of these women are doing. So if I mention you, it would be nice if you'd stand up and wave. I need to start with my baby sister and hero, Dr. Katie Bakes. While serving for over 20 years as an ER physician at Denver Health, our city's safety net hospital, she spent the better part of her free time launching and raising over $3 million for several affiliated initiatives aimed at underserved kids, including Faces of the Future, a healthcare career pipeline program focused on diverse and lower-income kids, and which is poised to expand throughout the state of Colorado. Yep. Her colleague, okay, stand up, Dr. Martina King, who recently returned from Bangladesh, where she spent 3 months working back-to-back 14-hour days, 7 days a week, to treat the crush of Rohingya refugees who had escaped the genocide in Myanmar, and she only returned home when her own health failed. Michelle Lucero, who has spent so much of the past decade traveling to Papua New Guinea, both in her personal capacity and through a partnership she established with Children's Hospital and the Papua New Guinea Tribal Foundation to advance female empowerment, education, and child welfare, and to help end the scourge of domestic violence, which is endemic to that society. Kasia Ivanichko McLeod from Cigna, who among her many civic contributions is now part of the first Colorado higher ed all-female executive leadership team as secretary of the Colorado Mesa University Board of Trustees. Gloria Schock, Executive Director of the VF Corporation Foundation. She spearheaded a collaboration with the UN Foundation and like-minded companies to set up a new fund to invest in women-led grassroots movements that advance gender equality, women's safety, economic justice, and sexual and reproductive health around the world at a time when women continue to be disproportionately impacted by the pandemic. Patrice Hennig, who just joined our board of directors. Patrice Hennig, who in 2017 co-founded a community center in the slums of Kibera, Kenya, called the Center of Love, which serves 120 children, 500 families, and provides education and youth mentoring, water, hygiene, and sanitation, life skills, in which champions female empowerment. Yay, Patrice. Dear friend and event co-chair, Patricia Barella Rivera, also known as PBR, who has given to the world too many ways and times to count, but as a small example, last year organized a group of women, 5 women, to sew 4,000 masks for migrant workers and their families in the San Luis Valley. Tanzia Boer, I know you're here, back here, yes, whose Innovative Family Foundation has opened 2 schools in Liberia, and get this, she's working with the Liberian Minister of Health to stand up the first kidney dialysis clinics in her country. All the incredible women leaders from fellow award recipients Beyond Our Borders and Women's Regional Network, including, and I know she's here, Bev Sloan, there you are, who as CEO of Denver Hospice created a partnership in Tanzania with Sister Hospice Celian Lutheran to provide educational and financial support, transforming Celian from an organization serving less than 100 patients to over 5,000 patients at its peak. And Patricia Foley Heinen, I know she's here too. Yay. Okay. Who in 1998 created the first women's bond in the world to finance microloans, the first in the world. And through Capital Sisters, her nonprofit has since raised loan capital for over 100,000 women's businesses in 25 countries. Okay, so I could go on and on, but I will end there. But as a final note, to the young girls and women in the room, my mother always said, the surest way to be unhappy is to compare yourself to other people. So lift each other up and celebrate in each other's success. These women and many more of you inspire me every day. Thanks to all of them and all of you for everything you do and for letting me speak to you this afternoon. Thank you.